it to Four Roses. We know 1, 2, 3, 4.
And such a beautiful drive from Louisville to get here. It's about less than an hour. And
Pretty drive.
When we drove down the street and it opened up in front of me, I saw this facility. It had a very much of a Spanish flair about it, and it was just gorgeous.
That is on purpose. We'll hear about that in the tour. Our favorite part, right?
Absolutely.
Ready?
Let's go get started.
Let's roll.
The founder of Four Roses, Paul Jones Jr., was apparently smitten by a Southern belle and intended to ask this young lady to marry him. It's my understanding that in the language of flowers, a corsage of 4 roses means yes. So they were supposed to go to this Southern ball, and if her answer was going to be yes, she was to wear a corsage of 4 roses bourbon, and thus the bourbon was named 4 Roses.
Hot, very hot. Well, this is where it's, doing its process. But you know what I mean? It's a little bit, it's like a kid looking in, looking up and over. So I got to jump up and get a little wet. Of course, Stacy doesn't have that issue.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow all of you to smell it, but what I'm going to show you is an old distiller's trick. And what I want you to do, after you smell it, is just take your finger, and I want to put a little bit right there between your thumb and forefinger, okay? And we're going to let it dry for a second. And what I want you to compare is the smell here to the smell here. And when you smell here, you're going to see a huge, huge difference. And what you're going to smell here are the beginnings of the bourbon flavor that will develop in this bourbon. I'm gonna challenge any of you to smell the bourbon flavor straight out of this glass.
Oh, of course. Well, the great thing about being back in bourbon country, Stacy, we get that smell.
Wish we could transfer this on camera.
Smell-o-vision. Maybe that's what we should try.
Nothing else like it.
Yeah,
You gotta come to Kentucky.
I'm ready to taste.
Let's go taste.
Let's go taste. Yes.
No, I'm just curious. I've never had it.
Good stuff. She is so pampered. You have no idea.
Just another rough day at the office.